Hello, Kaiser here with another update to Shadow Badger. Today I'm going to show off some of the new weapons I've been working on. As you can see, there is a pretty big roster now, whereas in the last video I believe it was just these four. Additionally, I've begun work on a new AI, well, a bunch of new AI actually, but I have one finished to show off, and then some more features to show in the meantime. So let's see here. The AI that I have a rough blackout of is called the Scribe. Think of this as kind of a mix of an archvile and something new. So how this character works at a high level is it has kind of a death note, and it will try to attack you if it can, get line of sight. And it will also summon these hazards, which will slowly move towards you, and then once they reach, a certain threshold, they blow up. Kind of like creepers. But you can see there he has like a death note that he's scribbling in, and in between summoning the hazards, he will open his book and begin rapidly scribbling. And if I am in his line of sight, when he completes the attack, I will take damage. But if I somehow break line of sight in that time, you can see there I didn't take any damage. Let's see here. So I've created a rough form of pooling for his hazards. So believe it or not, all of these hazards are the same three entities. He just hides them and then re-shows them each time he uses them. Additionally, you can see there on the HUD, I have some new visuals for when your ultimate is ready. Your thing will glow. Like the other AI, he has a pain system, and if you damage him enough, he will daze. Well, this guy is pretty beefy. Oh, it looks like his health is currently broken. That's an easy fix. I know how to resolve that. I was working on some new systems today for damaging, so that's likely what happened here. Oh no, he dazed this time. Just the shotgun then. That's an easy fix. Anyway, let's see here. So now is a great segue into the various weapon types that I've begun working on. So you can see here we have, just to be clear, all these are temp models unless otherwise. So the only model out of this list that I would say are finalized are the freeze thrower, hive kicker, shotgun, and the hammer, which you will see shortly. I've begun working on, obviously, these weapon types and also a perk system. Let's see here. If I open this level blueprint, you can see that I have a system for giving the player perks. So, for example, this is the list of perks that I have made so far for the various weapon types. Let's give, I have a lot of rocket launcher specific perks that are very much inspired by Team Fortress 2. So let's apply gunboats and airstrike. So if you don't know what TF2 is, basically that means that when I'm midair, my rockets will fire much faster, and I will take no self-damage from rocket jumping. How the rocket launcher specifically works is, as you can probably imagine, it shoots rockets, although these rockets are punching boxing gloves with which are rocket propelled. So there's a bit of humor there, and you can obviously shoot them like normal rockets, but if you right click while they're midair, you can remotely detonate them. And even better, if you hold down right click before firing, it will auto detonate kind of like the beggar's bazooka inside of the rocket launcher. And that will allow you to rocket jump indefinitely as long as you have ammo and you have enough health. But because I have that gunboats upgrade, I'm not taking any self-damage. Additionally, that airstrike upgrade I showed, let's see here, let's get some more ammo. That airstrike upgrade allows me to fire rockets semi-automatically while I'm rocket jumping. So looks like I'm out of ammo. So when you run out of ammo, you're going to be able to grab one of your melee weapons. This here is the hammer. my personal favorite weapon yet. How the hammer works is you can swing it, swing it back and forth. And then using hunger, you can, and of course, if you have the cascade perk, you will be able to create very large explosions. If you don't have the cascade perk, let's see here. If you don't have the cascade perk, it will create a single explosion right where you slam down. But the cascade basically repeats that process multiple times ahead of you. So kind of like the axe from Hades. You can see here, as long as I have hunger, I can kill guys from pretty far away. I gotta say, this is my favorite weapon yet. I made a combo system for it, very rudimentary combo system of going back and forth, of course, but additionally, when you use the hammer swing midair, it auto-adjusts your camera, and also sends you downwards, kind of like the hammer from Doom Eternal. So you can do that to guys. God, there's so many weapons now. So that was the rocket launcher and the hammer. We have the Death Note, which is kind of like a player-side version of what the Scribe has. So, first of all, just by using your primary fire, you can launch projectiles. And these are auto-homing projectiles, which will, as long as you have your cursor like relatively near an enemy, they will seek that target. So it's kind of a low-skill, just fire and forget kind of weapon. But to capitalize on that, you have a secondary fire feature, which allows you to lock on to an enemy. And like a Death Note, you will begin rapidly scribbling in their, or a depiction of them into your book. And when you complete that, they ragdoll. And this will automatically work with all AI, but it will have different time thresholds that you need to write for each AI class. So a Scribe, for example, and I better show than tell, right? A Scribe, for example, will take longer to scribble down than a zombie. So let's grab my Death Note. He's dead. I don't have ragdolls made for him yet, so you can just see him disappear there, but it took slightly longer than the zombie, I believe. Or maybe I just need to fix that time threshold. And like the other weapons, they have a number of perks. So for the book, for example, I have a number of upgrades which increase the number of projectiles you fire, so I can make it so the book fires 3 projectiles. And instead of a paper ball, how about we shoot very fast paper airplanes? And then additionally, let's use a book upgrade called Multi-Kill, which will grab AI of a similar type around the AI you cause to have a heart attack and kill them as well. So it's kind of like a mass heart attack feature. You can see, okay, so it looks like I need to adjust the root component for the Scribe. He's much rougher than like the zombie, for example. I've just been working on things like his melee attacks and his various behaviors. Damaging, then he's going to swing down, swing to the right. There you go. Ain't that neat? Let's delete him and show off the paper airplane. Let's see here. As you can see there, it shoots 3 paper airplanes in succession. That's a triple shot. And then let's get a group of zombies very close together and then show off the multi-kill functionality. So check this out. Look at that. They all had a group heart attack. So let's see here. That was the rocket launcher, book, hammer, and last but not least is the microwave beam. Now, I bet you're wondering, what the fuck is this? It's pretty much a meme. It is a best comparison I would say is like a lightning gun from Quake. Infinite range, hit scan beam weapon. its base fire can only hurt one AI at a time. But it's a pretty reliable hit-scan source of damage over long distances. It doesn't have any sort of fall-off, although that may be something I implement eventually. But the secondary fire kind of overheats the microwave's GPU, and it will set AI on fire, and the beam grows in size and pierces them. So I can deal damage to all of those AI instead of just the first one the beam hits. But it consumes more ammo, if you can't tell in the bottom right-hand corner. So it's a crowd control weapon when you need it to be, or it's a high damage single target weapon if you want to consume less ammo. And like the other weapons, it has its own upgrades as well, although it has significantly less than the others at the moment. So that's it. I showed off some of the new AI I was working on, the new weapon types, and the perk system. I'll have more to show next time, but that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to keep watching, I suppose, if you want to see more updates on Shadow Badger. Thank you, and have a great day.